to my channel. It's me here again, Jane Frances. I'm a mother of 3 twin boys and a girl. On this channel, I share my parenting tips, lifestyle, anything at all that can help you build a healthy home, happy kids, smart kids. Anything I come across in life that is useful for the family, that's what I bring to you on this channel. Don't worry, don't mind me. This chair is actually for my second in command. She might be taking her seat any moment from now, or maybe till the end of the video you might not find her here, but this is just in case she decides to come and join me. So that's by the way. In today's video, so here she comes. So in today's video, I'll be talking about red flags to spot. Hey mama, what is it? Sorry. I'll be talking about the red flags to look out for while choosing a life partner. You know, with the recent case of the death of late Mrs. Osinachi Nwankwo, a lot have been flagging in the air about issues pertaining marriage. Some trying to quit marriages because of issues that are on, how do I put it? What's the term for it? Or is it irreconcilable? Issues that cannot be reconciled. Let me just put it this way before I bite my tongue now speaking English. So people have been leaving marriages. People are trying to quit. The singles are being scared of going into marriage because of little things. But I think you can spot marriage is actually very sweet. It's sweet and as well it's bitter. Because there are some times in marriages that you feel like, oh God, why did I marry this man? But in all, it's all sweet. I'll tell you, it's sweet. So for those of you that are scared of getting married, please stick to the end of this video, so that I'll tell you my own opinion, the red flags that you should look out for before getting into marriage, so that you don't end up enduring your marriage in the long run. Before I got married, I had a lot of suitors, wealthy, good looking. In fact, a good number of them had all the qualities that every woman should look out for in marriage. It got to a point that a friend had to ask me, Jane Frances, what do you want? Like, what do you want? You've been turning down suitors. What do you want? But the truth is that there are a lot of things that we ladies want while looking for partners, which are really, and I don't think you get you see any man that has 100% of all what is in our lists of an ideal man. But one thing that I know that we all know is that we know things that we don't really want in a marriage. We can't deal with in marriage, and that's why I tag the red flags in marriage, red flags in a relationship. There are things that you know that yes, I can't deal with this in marriage. So in this video, I'll be talking about those red flags, that just 3 basically that I'll be talking about. So if you spot them, if you see them in a relationship, please just pack your bag and leave. That relationship is not for you. It's heading nowhere. Number one on my list is compatibility. Compatibility is very, very important, because in this case, that's where you have issues there. And how much do you always disagree? Because there are some relationships that you keep on having disagreement, like more of disagreement rather than agreement. If you are having more misunderstanding in your marriage, your relationship, please don't even go ahead to say say yes to the proposal, because don't expect a miracle after the marriage. It's more likely to get worse. So if you have lesser agreements in a relationship, please don't go ahead with it. The second thing is, do both of you agree? Does he support your goal? You know, there are some men that actually believe that they want their woman to, like, I have the money, I have everything. I want you to get married to me and come and sit back at home. I've heard a guy that told a lady, after all what her parents have spent in bringing her up in school, the guy told her that, yeah, I want you to get married to me and come and stay back in my little business and help. Not really that he's doing well, he's not really doing that well, but he wants the lady to stay back and help him grow his business, which actually it's not a bad idea. But if you know that you're a woman that wants to work for yourself, you're a career woman that wants to pursue your career, you have a dream, and this man is not really supporting you, this man is there to tie you down, please don't even go ahead with that marriage, because you end up not being happy. But if it's a man that your man is willing to support you, whatever you are doing, he's there to say, yeah, I'm there for you. Please, it's a good sign for you to keep on with the relationship. Then number 3, another thing in compatibility is your finances. Are you people compatible financially? When I say compatible financially, I don't mean that do you have the same level of income. Compatibility in finances means, do you have the same idea in how money should be handled in the marriage, in marriage or in a relationship? There are some people that actually have this idea of they spend a whole lot in gadgets, they spend a whole lot in their dress, in their outlook, they spend a whole lot in. So if your partner doesn't believe in spending, if you're a kind of person that believes more in saving rather than spending, please, finances especially is an important part of compatibility that needs to be looked into before you even say I do in marriage, because it's a basic thing that's kind of scatters marriages. So if both of you don't agree financially, if both of you don't have an agreement on how money should be spent in a relationship, then please don't even go ahead with that marriage. There's a recent YouTuber that I've been following that recently had a crash in her relationship. Reason from her own point, she feels like the guy is being extravagant. He spends on he lavishes his money on his looks, borrows money, takes mortgage for cars and stuff like that. Whereas she's a hardworking type that believes in investing her money to get. So if you're a kind of person that believes much in investment rather than spending, please don't go for a man that spend money on his look, because it'll be like, I'm working and he is spending the money. So there's more likely to be issues in that marriage. Another thing to look at when it comes to compatibility is, can I easily tune into his lifestyle? I'll tell you from my experience as a mother of twins, even though my boys were born from the same womb and nurtured by the same parents, they have 2 opposite personalities. So I believe all individuals are wired differently. So if his lifestyle something I can easily adapt to, if it's not, please just pack your things and go. I know a good number of us are kind of after the looks, after how much he's spending on me and stuff like that, and we kind of ignore those things that we know that we can't deal with after marriage, hoping that he's going to change. My dear, men hardly change after marriage. They hardly change. Even if they will change, it's better you accept them for who they are. Then when you step into marriage, then if peradventure they change, is fine. If not, first of all, you need to accept them for who they are. Then another thing that you need to look into when you talk of compatibility is your love language. There are actually 5 love languages in a relationship. That's I'll talk about it later. There are 5 love languages. I think one of them is words of affirmation, gifts, quality time. What else? There are 5 actually. I've mentioned 3. So that's by the way. If you're the kind of person that kind of appreciates gift, you like your partner giving you gifts, and you're in a relationship whereby your partner feels like it's not necessary to give gifts to a lady, please, my dear, don't expect a miracle after marriage. If he's not giving you gifts and you appreciate your partner giving you gifts, and when you're in a relationship he doesn't give you all those things, it's a red flag as well. Because after getting married, the chances that he even buy you a pant or a pen is very slim. And if your love language is actually receiving gifts, if he's not giving you that, you kind of feel like he doesn't love you. Because when you see people getting gifts from their partner as a sign of love, you yourself, you start feeling like he doesn't love me because he doesn't respond to my own love language. Then if you're a kind of person that appreciates quality time, you want to have time with your partner, you want to discuss with your partner, you want to just play, have fun with your partner, and your partner is kind of a serious-minded person that always focuses on business, my dear, you'll be lonely in that marriage after everything. So please look out for, does he actually does he understand? Although love language is something that can be worked on if both partners want to make the marriage work or make a relationship work. But there are some people that are adamant to change, like they believe that their own ideology is the best, so they don't really want to change. So if that be the case in your relationship, my dear, just pack your bag and go. So that is all to look out for when you before you say I do in a relationship is how does he handle disputes whenever you're having issues with him, whenever he's having issues with his friends, his relatives, people around. How does he handle issues? I've seen a lot of people, women making asking questions like or making sharing their own concerns on how they're having issues with their in-laws, and their husband is taking side with the in-laws, or their husband, okay, let me not even go to the side where the husband takes side, and the husband keeps quiet and refuses to say anything, even when they know that, even when he knows that one party is wrong, he just decides to become a peacemaker. Because they don't want to be a peacemaker without voicing out. If you're the kind of person that can deal with it, fine. If you can handle situation on your own, fine. But if you're this kind of person that wants your husband to always speak up when there is need for it, please, that relationship is not for you, because it's like you are just standing alone. You have nobody to speak up for you. You have nobody to stand by you. So please just pack your things and go. If you're this kind of person that your husband, whenever they are having issues, I know a good number of us, when our fiance or our boyfriend or our partner is having issues with somebody outside, and he tables it back to us, we are tend to almost wanting to take side with him because we don't want to lose the relationship. But I tell you, no matter how you want it to be, no matter how you paint the picture, when situation dawns on you, when marriage is there, that same way he handles situations with people around him, that's how he will treat you. So look out for that. If he's the one that goes violent whenever he is having issues with people, my dear, that's a red flag, because he's more likely to even hit you after getting married. He's more likely to go violent with you as well. If he's a type that actually whenever he's pissed off, he just jump onto the next available girlfriend to keep himself busy, then my dear, know that whenever he gets married to you, he's more likely to jump into any available woman and leave the home for you until situation gets. Then you have to keep on begging, because there are a good number of women out there waiting to embrace any married man that comes around them. So that's also a red flag. If that's the kind of man that you are having, my dear, just pack your things and go. Except you are really willing to be sharing your partner with anybody. Not just anybody, every woman around that is available for him to come and to embrace him whenever he feels depressed or whenever he feels sad. Then if you're this kind of, if you have a man that whenever he's angry, he kind of stops calling you, he cuts you off completely, you have to keep on begging, then talk. Another one, if you're willing to keep on begging after a marriage, whenever you have any little issue, my dear, stick to the relationship. Just know that you keep on begging him whenever there's an issue. But if you know you cannot deal with it, you can't keep begging your man every time, every second you have an issue, he just stops calling you. He'll travel out of the country, travel out of the state, look for a hotel room to keep himself busy, even if though he's not cheating. My dear, if you can deal with it, fine. If you cannot. Then the final one is, how does he handle his family, his immediate family? You know, when we are dating, when we are about to get married to our spouse, and we kind of, most women have issues with in-laws. You want to kind of believe that your in-laws are your enemies, so you always want your husband to keep taking side with you. When your husband is maybe like ignoring his family members and showing you much attention, even when you are wrong, you keep getting happy. This man loves me so much. Oh, he loved me over his mother. He loved me over his siblings. Oh, all those are my sister. And a lie you make, I tell you, that is a big lie. If your husband or your partner doesn't treat his immediate families well, don't expect anything different after marriage. It doesn't work like that. Me, I always believe that when you see a man, yes, they are always the man of the house. When you see him doing the wrong thing, it's your duty as a wife, it's your duty as a partner to call him to order. If you call him to order, and before marriage, not after marriage, if you keep calling him to order and he refuses to change, I've seen a post on the Facebook where a woman called off a relationship because after he visited his fiance's mom and discovered that the woman sells is still selling something under the sheet, as in hawking food stuff. And she called off the relationship. Some people said that, yeah, she should have changed the man, but I think she saw something. See, the way he treats his mother is more likely the way he will treat you and your kids after marriage. If a man is in wealth and doesn't take care of his family, his mom that suffered to bring him up, his mom that loves him so much and took care of him went through the stress of pregnancy for 9 good months. If he doesn't take immediate responsibility in taking care of his mother, like, I don't want to talk of siblings because siblings are different thing entirely, but if he doesn't take care of his mom, don't expect anything different from you. Don't think he's in love with you, that he keeps on spending money on you, he keeps buying you gifts, he keeps doing everything. My dear, at some point when marriage crisis start falling in, the same way he treats other people, that's the same way he will treat you. The same way he treats his mom, that's the same way he treats you. If you have been, if you are the kind of woman that when your husband or your partner brings situation to the ground and keep bashing his mom, and you keep adding fuel to the fire, igniting the fire more, thinking he's in love with you, my dear, it's a matter of time he will change. And every other thing, all those attitudes that you've helped him to breed, all those negative attitudes that you've helped him to nurture, it will fall back on you and you'll be the one to suffer it. So that's just it. If there are any other things that you feel like are red flags before marriage, please do hit me in the comment section. I would like to know. And for the guys, I would also want to know, what are the red flags you think that ladies do possess, so that we'll keep learning and keep growing in this marriage. That's all for now. Until I see you next time. Bye.